For over 20 years, your #1 source for local professional wrestling entertainment.
Mike McCarthy stapled me in the back. He beat me with steel chairs. And I beat Mike McCarthy in the hardest fought match of my life. And I am the new VCW champion. And you know what? A lot of people are saying that I'm a paper champion, that it was a fluke that I beat Mike McCarthy. And I'll prove you all wrong. I'll take on anybody. I'll take on anybody, any night, because I'm sleeping all day, because I'm up rocking out all night. So anybody who wants to face me tonight, let's get in that ring and let's rock and roll.
Well, since the Brotherhood has destroyed everybody they stepped in the ring against, ever, we have no opponent. Since GLAM, the former tag champs, can't tag together for 69 days, or however many days are left on that calendar now, the Brotherhood are left with no opponents. So I thought of a great idea. Now, I haven't ran this by the Brotherhood yet, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna like it. I have a bunch of names in this World Series Red Sox hat, World Series Championship hat, I might add. Yeah! That I am going to pull 2 names out of this hat in the middle of that ring, and those 2 names are going to be the Brotherhood's opponents this week on Livewire. And the results aren't going to change, I guarantee it. So whoever's 2 names that I pull out of this hat, later on, you better be prepared for the beating of your life, because I know that I can speak for the Brotherhood when I say that the Brotherhood ain't having fun till you dial up 911. And when this is all said and done, oh, I love it when a plan comes together.
It's the world's fittest man, Dan Terry, and my great-looking, athletic tag team partner, Michelle Moulet. And you might realize, we don't have our VCW tag team titles around our waists. I don't know. What happened?
Well, Dan, we lost those titles to the Brotherhood. Yes, we, as a group, lost those titles.
See, I remember it differently. I remember standing on the outside and you getting pinned. I remember your shoulders on the mat. I don't remember me being pinned. Not these shoulders. No. These ones.
Yeah, and those guys were tough. We did it together. We wrestled them together.
They were tough. You're supposed to be tough. I am tough. I don't know. What? What's your excuse now?
Yeah, they're one of the toughest tag teams in all of New England. What do you want from me?
We were the
both
tag
did it.
team.
We, as a group, as a unit, we lost those titles.
We will have a match then tonight. Huh? Good? Match? Me?
All right.
You?
All right.
We'll see if tonight you can be a little bit tougher than you were with the Brotherhood.
See, Dan, you forget something. You forget that I brought you in as my manager. And I haven't taught you everything that I know. So I'll see you out there tonight,
All
buddy.
right. Let's see what we got.
Fans, join VCW on Friday night, March 14th at 8 p.m. when we present Spring Slam from the Belltime Club, 40 Broadway Street, Wakefield, Mass. Just announced is the card, and it is headlined by a huge main event for the VCW Heavyweight Championship, when former champion, the Masshole Mike McCarthy, gets his much-anticipated rematch against the man who defeated him for the gold, the one-man mosh pit, Tim Lennox. These guys nearly tore the building down last time. There is no telling what lengths McCarthy will go to reclaim the gold. Also, the VCW Livewire Championship will be defended when Nick Fahrenheit takes on a man who feels he's never gotten his one-on-one chance to get his belt back, the Reaper, Steve Beck. The VCW Tag Team Championships will be defended when current champions Bo Douglas and Jason Rumble, the Brotherhood, take on Bare Knuckle Burley and Bugsy Stone, the Knuckle Busters. Also in singles competition, we will see Evan Sixx when he takes on Michel Moulet. Dan Terry takes on Brandino Davis. We will see Jeffrey when he takes on the Hampton Beach bad boy, Cody Ward. Fans, all that and so much more. March 14th, you do not want to miss it. Spring Slam, be there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from East Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in 187 pounds, Dan, the Fitness Man, Terry.
Oh, you're so welcome! Oh, you're welcome! Oh, thank you! Thank you! You know! This guy, he knows!
And his opponent, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in 153 pounds, the exquisite Michel Moulet.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you hear the official introductions from Sean Feeney. Welcome to another edition of Livewire. I am your host, the Big Stick, Mark Green, and what a contest we have here. Former tag team partners going one-on-one. That's Tony Ulysses. That's Fabulous T. Fabby T, Tony Ulysses has returned to VCW.
Listen, a house divided cannot stand. So we have to come together because later we have business to
Fitz, it looks like Tony Ulysses trying to play peacemaker here. The bell's already rung. I don't know what's going to happen. Fitz, we're going to take a quick break. We'll sort this all out. We'll find out what happens when we come back on Livewire.
when you run Mr.
Wrestling fans, I'm the Extreme Enforcer, Paul Richard, and if you're sitting at home thinking about I'd love to be a pro wrestler, this is the place you want to be, the Bell Time Club, Wakefield, Massachusetts. Get off the couch and let's go. If you've ever thought of being a wrestler, come down to Wakefield and they'll show you how it's done.
Stay involved with VCW by getting interactive on our website at VCWLivewire.com. You can like us on Facebook, or you can follow us on Twitter. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Belltime Productions. Stay involved with VCW by getting interactive.
All right, fans, we are back live. You see Dan Terry with that camel clutch on Michel Moulet, but a lot happened while we were at break. We're going to take a moment to go back here and show you what we missed when we went to commercial. There's a count, 2-0. Michel Moulet just kicked out. Fans, let's go back and take a look at what happened during the break.
You guys, I want you guys to listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, you're gonna prove something to me later, and so will you. But for right now, I want you guys to make up, hug each other, as only my team can do, for you, and show the world that we are one fabulous unit. So come on, guys, hug me.
And there you see Fabby T, Tony Ulysses gets GLAM seemingly on the same page there with that warm embrace. It looked like they were going to go off, and then no! Dan Terry with the belly-to-belly suplex, a cheap shot on his former partner, Michel Moulet. And that got us to this point where we are underway with this contest. And right now, both men are down on the mat. And the referee exercising his 10 count. You see Fabulous T, Tony Ulysses, who has returned to VCW tonight. We had no idea he was going to be here, but he is, and apparently came out with the intention of getting his former team back on track and back as a unit. Unfortunately, it looks like Dan Terry has other designs, and ever since these guys lost the tag team titles to the Brotherhood, you've noticed a different Dan Terry. Wait a second, he's got him hooked up. That's it, that's the good game. That is the good game, that is the move. Dan Terry's put away so many opponents with it. Oh, he picked up Michel Moulet. Looked like he could have had the 3 count there, but he picked him up. Gotta wonder, question the strategy of Dan Terry there. Picks him up for the big slam, and Moulet drops back. Backcracker! Moulay, that command into the cover. 1, 2, and that's it. Michel Moulay with the big one-on-one victory defeats his partner Dan Terry, much to the surprise and delight of Fabulous T, Tony Ulysses. I'm sure he looks a little surprised by that one himself. And I think maybe now he thinks that his boys have gotten it out of their system, that they'll be able to get back on the same page. And, you know, I'm sure that's what he's hoping for. But given some of Dan Terry's actions in this exchange, I'm not sure that's what's on Dan Terry's mind. He has become more cocky and arrogant than I've ever seen him. But now there you see Fabulous T, Tony Ulysses now trying to get Dan Terry back up. And looks like he's going to rub him down a little bit, get him back, hopefully back feeling better. After that backcracker by Moulay, and Moulay looks a little offended, like, hey, I won the match, and why are you celebrating and taking care of him? You see a little high five, but Moulay certainly looks apprehensive. Not sure what's going through his head at the moment. But there you see Fabulous T, Tony Ulysses returns to VCW. His team gets a little bit of one-on-one competition out of their system. Michel Moulay picks up the big victory, and now it looks like maybe the great-looking athletic men are back on the same page. But I'll tell you what, that look on Michel Moulay's face tells you all you need to know. He does not seem too enthusiastic about this reconciliation. Dan Terry, for that matter, doesn't look too thrilled about it either. It looks like they're kind of just following the team. But fans, coming up next, we have the Brotherhood in action, and you heard comments earlier from Chris Charisma. He has some sort of special plan involving, looks like some type of names in a hat scenario. Said he hasn't run it by the Brotherhood yet, but they'll be fine. We're going to find out next, because the tag team champions are going to be in action when we come back on Livewire. Fans, join VCW on Friday night, March 14th at 8 p.m. when we present Spring Slam from the Belltime Club, 40 Broadway Street, Wakefield, Mass. Just announced is the card, and it is headlined by a huge main event for the VCW Heavyweight Championship, when former champion, the Masshole Mike McCarthy, gets his much-anticipated rematch against the man who defeated him for the gold, the one-man mosh pit, Tim Lennox. These guys nearly tore the building down last time. There is no telling what lengths McCarthy will go to reclaim the gold. Also, the VCW Livewire Championship will be defended when Nick Fahrenheit takes on a man who feels he's never gotten his one-on-one chance to get his belt back, the Reaper, Steve Beck. The VCW Tag Team Championships will be defended when current champions Bo Douglas and Jason Rumble, the Brotherhood, take on Bare Knuckle Burley and Bugsy Stone, the Knuckle Busters. Also in singles competition, we will see Evan Sixx when he takes on Michel Moulay. Dan Terry takes on Brandino Davis. We will see Jeffrey when he takes on the Hampton Beach bad boy, Cody Ward. Fans, all that and so much more. March 14th, you do not want to miss it. Spring Slam, be there. All right, fans, we are back, and there you see the tag team titles. But let's go back before the match, during the break, and show you how we got to this point. There you see Chris Charisma had a bunch of names in a hat, and the Brotherhood were going to draw their opponents.
So I guess we're going to face Jeffrey Myers. Jeffrey Myers! Ooh!
And Jeff Myers was the first name drawn out of the hat, accompanied by Derek. I tell you, Brotherhood did not seem all too worried at this point. It looked like things were kind of going the way they had anticipated it when Chris Charisma put this challenge together.
Lucky contested number 2 will be.
Can I? You like to go K5? I'll pick it. You sure?
You held it until
Well, they went to draw name number 2 out of the hat. And that's when things went awry for the Brotherhood here. You'll see in a second, Bo Douglas attempted to do it, knocked all the names out of the hat, and Charisma scrambling to put it back together. And they ended up just grabbing the last one on the ground, and this is when...
who could this be?
You see the look on the face of Bo Douglas.
I want the original one back.
They didn't want that name, and we were wondering who it possibly could have been. And much to the Brotherhood's dismay, came to find out is the tag team partner for Jeffrey Myers tonight.
You're doing a great job, buddy.
This big Bugsy Stone. There you see one half of the Knuckle Busters. And the Brotherhood saw stars at that point. Although it did not look early on here like Jeff Myers and Bugsy Stone were going to be on the same page. There you see Derek Dukes in the middle trying to play peacemaker between the two. But certainly these guys haven't teamed together before.
Joey Rage, not Bugsy Stone.
And Jason Rumble, there you heard him saying it was supposed to be Joey Rage, but somehow it ended up being Bugsy Stone and the Brotherhood's tag titles. What was supposed to be an easy night, I think, by the plan, has now become much more difficult with the addition to this situation of the beast from Bear Creek, Big Bugsy Stone. This is going to be quite interesting to see how Bugsy gets along without his normal tag team partner, Bare Knuckle Burley, or his leader, Big Woody at ringside. Here you see a big power display by Bugsy, and Jeffrey tags himself into the contest. He's going to make his way into the ring, a little bit of stare down. These two are not getting along to this point. Bugsy said he wanted to fight. There you see, fans, at the bottom of your screen, the information this coming Friday, Spring Slam, March 14th at the Belltime Club. Huge matches already signed, including, there you see, the VCW Heavyweight Championship rematch between Tim Lennox and an asshole Mike McCarthy. If you can make it to the Belltime Club, you do not want to miss this event. Collar and elbow tie-up now. And Jeffrey, with the power advantage, shoves Jason Rumble back into the corner. Now he's begging off. I'll tell you what, Jeffrey over the last few months has turned in some of the best performances I've seen of his career. He's really been on a roll and improving at a lightning quick pace, and if he keeps going like this kid may have gold in his future, and it could be tonight if the Brotherhood doesn't get their heads together very, very quickly. And there you see the advantage Jason Rumble brings to this match with these two opponents. There is no doubt that Jason Rumble has the speed advantage here tonight. And here's Chris Charisma on the apron, distracting Jeffrey. And while Jeffrey turns his back, the Brotherhood doing what they do best, taking advantage of the loopholes, taking advantage of mind games, and got Jeffrey off of his game. And now Jason Rumble able to split that with those big kicks and punches, while Jeffrey is isolated in that corner, nowhere near his partner, and unable to get out of the corner. You see, he tried to get out of there, and Rumble threw him back in. And now Douglas tags himself, and there you see the well-oiled machine that the Brotherhood has become since teaming up. Oh, it seems like every time we see them, they just get better and better as a team. They are your VCW Tag Team Champions for a reason. There you see the big double clothesline by the Brotherhood. The size of Jeffrey, looks like that impact might have actually hurt Bo Douglas's shoulder, but he goes right in. Looks like he was going for the cover, but Jeffrey rolled to his stomach to avoid getting pinned, and then shoves Douglas off back of the corner, charges in, and perhaps should have gone for the tag, as he instead ate the boot of Douglas, and oh, that big leg sweep clothesline combo that Bo has perfected. Right into the cover, but only a 1 count, and now he's choking him out, choking Jeffrey out. The official in there telling him to break it. And there you see, again, it looks like he's got some of that wrist tape wrapped around his throat. I couldn't see it. Fans, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this Tag Team Championship match on Livewire.
Wrestling fans, I'm the Extreme Enforcer, Paul Richard, and if you're sitting at home thinking about I'd love to be a pro wrestler, this is the place you want to be, the Belltime Club, Wakefield, Massachusetts. Get off the couch and let's go. If you've ever thought of being a wrestler, come down to Wakefield and they'll show you how it's done.
You can stay involved with VCW by getting interactive on our website at VCWLivewire.com. You can like us on Facebook, or you can follow us on Twitter. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Belltime Productions. Stay involved with VCW by getting interactive.
And fans, we are back to this Tag Team Championship Mix and Match Challenge. It is the team of Jeffrey and Big Bugsy Stone. There's that big side slam by Jeffrey that's gotten him a victory or two here in VCW, but he has taken so much punishment at the hands of the Brotherhood he's unable to make the cover. But it will provide him the opportunity to maybe get to that corner and tag in the big man, who is like a caged animal on the outside, just desperate to get into the contest. And then you see Derek Dukes on the outside trying to will his charge over to his partner, knowing how close an opportunity they have at capturing the gold here tonight. And I'll tell you, Dukes and Bugsy don't even seem to be on the same page, much less Jeff and Bugsy. And Jeff crawling over, I think he did. Did he make the tag? I couldn't tell. Yeah, apparently he did. The official saying he is the legal man. He gets in there. And big clothesline on Douglas. Rumble comes in on another clothesline on Rumble. Douglas charges in again. Bugsy Stone is unleashed right now, folks. He is pumped up, and now he's got Jason Rumble, not the legal man in the contest. Bugsy needs to make sure he pays attention, but he sends Rumble into Douglas in the corner and sandwiches him in. And it looks like we may be seeing Jeffrey's sending Bugsy back into the corner. He's going to whip him in. And here it comes. Oh, my God, all that weight of Bugsy Stone and Bo Douglas has to be flattened at this point. And then you see Jason Rumble stumbles out. This could be that big splash by Bugsy. Here it comes. We're going to have new tag champs, folks. We are going to have new champions. Jeffrey with that splash. Here's the... Bugsy Stone is covering Jason Rumble when Bo Douglas is the legal man. It's not the legal man covering the legal man. And Bugsy does not seem happy that Jeffrey was in the ring. Perhaps feeling Jeffrey cost... there's a headbutt. And Jeffrey with a headbutt. These guys exchanging headbutts, two of the hardest heads in VCW. This is irresistible force and immovable object, but these guys still have a tag team title match going on. And then you see, Jeffrey picked up for Bo Douglas' side slam with the big leg drop from the top. And the official, apparently, Jeffrey's not the legal man either, but the official counts him down, and the Brotherhood steals another one as the mix and match challenge that the Brotherhood put out there apparently pays off in somewhat of the way they expected, as their opponents were not a team, not a regular unit, and were completely incapable of working together, which I think is kind of what Chris Charisma had in mind. It took a kind of a circuitous route to get there, but I think he got to where he wanted to end up at the same time. And now, Chris Charisma, that little weasel, mocking Jeff, who was actually in the ring and made a great accounting of himself, of his partner, and turned on him. You wonder if maybe Jeffrey would have captured that gold that's eluded him to this point. But in any event, the Brotherhood once again victorious, retaining their tag team titles, which means they will move on to Spring Slam, where they will defend those belts against the #1 contenders, Bugsy Stone, Bare Knuckle Burley, the Knuckle Busters. But fans, we have some comments coming up from the Reaper, Steve Beck, in regards to the Livewire Championship and his shot at Nick Fahrenheit at Spring Slam.
You couldn't do it by yourself!
Brotherhood doesn't seem to want to have anything to do with Chris Charisma. Fans, let's now go to the Reaper.
Here we are, VCW. For those of you that don't know, I'm the Reaper, Steve Beck, the former Livewire champion. It's funny, ever since that belt was stolen from me, kind of odd, every other champion gets a rematch. Not me. No. I get pushed back to the bottom, so I disappear for a while, get my head on straight. Well, you know what? Now I'm back. And that only means one thing. If I got to start from the bottom, that's perfectly fine with me. Because everyone's going to come to realize why I am a former heavyweight champion and the former Livewire champion. That belt belongs to me. Fahrenheit, I hope you hold on to it for a little bit longer. Because when I finally get my hands on you, that belt is coming home with me where it belongs.
Livewire champion Nick Fahrenheit. All right, fans, we are back with highlights from our heavyweight championship match at Broken Hearts and Broken Bones. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we can't bring you the whole match, but we have some great highlights to come. This was Tim Lennox's first defense of his championship since defeating the Masshole, who gets his rematch at Spring Slam, but more on that later. Here you see this was a triple threat match. Big Evan Sixx holding Nick Fahrenheit up and right into that power slam. And Evan Sixx has been on a mission to capture gold. Nick Fahrenheit defeated him the previous month, and this time he earned himself a shot at the Livewire Championship in this triple threat match. And important to note, only the Livewire Championship on the the Heavyweight Championship on the line in this match. The Livewire Championship is not. But there you see Evan Sixx with the outside in. Look like a hip toss into a power slam, and Evan Sixx has some of the most devastating maneuvers in VCW. It looked like he was going to get the victory right there, but Lennox able to roll his shoulder up. And fast forward to later on, there you see Jeffrey pulling down that top rope, taking Fahrenheit out of the equation, and left Evan Sixx one-on-one with Tim Lennox, which was the designed plan. Here you see Jeffrey holding Lennox. Evan Sixx inadvertently hits Jeffrey, which allows Lennox to slip out the backside, locks in that hold, which leads to his finishing maneuver, the headbanger, executed perfection on Evan Sixx. There's the cover, 2 and 3, and Tim Lennox successfully defends the VCW Heavyweight Championship. But it was after the match when things got very interesting. You see Evan Sixx blaming Jeffrey for the loss and telling Jeffrey he needs to pay penance by destroying Tim Lennox. Jeffrey refuses. Evan Sixx with the slap right to the face. Well, Derek Dukes and Evan Sixx wearing out Tim Lennox, and at this point, we said Jeffrey had enough. There you see Dukes charged in and got a big side slam for his efforts. But here you see Evan Sixx, the former mentor of Jeffrey, charges in, ducks the clothesline, and then the huge side slam by Jeffrey. And it was at this point, fans, we saw a boy become a man here in VCW as Jeffrey emphatically stated his independence from the tutelage of Evan Sixx. And you see Tim Lennox looking on in the background almost in disbelief as that big second rope splash by Jeffrey. And Evan Sixx immediately bails out of the ring as Jeffrey has told everyone in VCW he is going to do it on his own from here on out. But he might get a little assistance from his former friend, and apparently once again friend, the VCW Heavyweight Champion, Tim Lennox, as he raises his hand right there. Fans, what an event Broken Hearts, Broken Bones was. But if you thought that was something, you should be with us Friday night, March 14th, Spring Slam at the Belltime Club. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Big Stick, Mark Green, for the entire crew here at VCW Livewire. Have a good one, and we'll see you at Spring Slam.